Shalom, today is May 2nd, and it is day 209 since the war began in Israel. The main newspapers that Israelis are reading today is Yediot, Achronot, and Haaretz, and we'll speak about the concern that Israel is getting on the blacklist of the UN, also about the hostage deal. Is there optimism or not? And there's another interesting article in here that we'll look at together. What is the connection between October 7th and the Holocaust survivors in Israel today? Let's take a look together. Chashash, concern that Israel is the blacklist, Reshima Shchora, of the UN. In Jerusalem, they're worried that Israel will be reported as a state that harms children in conflict areas. We'll take a look deeper inside. Be'emdat hamtana, in a waiting position. We're speaking here about the hostage deal. We are still waiting on Sinwar's answer from Hamas concerning this hostage exchange deal with prisoners. What we see in the picture is the Erez crossing. We'll read more details inside. Let's open the page, turn the page together. It reads, Israel b'milchama, Israel at war. Medalelim kochot, diluting forces in the last stronghold of Hamas, meaning Rafah. Rafah is a large city in the south part of the Gaza Strip, where there are 4 more Hamas battalions there. It's a very strong stronghold, believing that Sinwar might be there together with hostages. But it says, even before we got any answer from Sinwar regarding the hostage exchange deal with prisoners, the IDF has released reservists that were supposed to take part in this Rafah operation. All along the way, Prime Minister Netanyahu was saying, we will go into Rafah with or without a deal. And he even said that yesterday, but according to reports, to foreign reports, they're reconsidering this, and the fact is that reservists are being sent back home. This article also shows a report from a Lebanese newspaper about the stages of this hostage exchange deal with prisoners. Here it says, Shlavei ha'eska mitzrit, the stages of the Egyptian deal. They're calling it Egyptian because Egypt, together with Qatar and the United States, are managing this. And there are 3 stages. I won't get into all the details, but it's over 124 days. It ends with the reconstruction of the Gaza Strip. But in the beginning, it says releasing 33 hostages. And for every soldier hostage, Israeli hostage, Israel will release 40 Palestinian prisoners. But for every Israeli civilian hostage, Israel will release 20 terrorist prisoners. We hear from the foreign media that Israel is regarding Palestinian lives as less than each Israeli life because of this equation. But really, these are Hamas's demands. They know that the soldiers are important to us. They know that the civilians are important to us, and they're putting a price tag on our hostages with their prisoners. According to the report, Hamas demands to fix a part in the deal regarding the withdrawal of the IDF from the Gaza Strip, as the IDF still wants to stay involved. The Hamas wants it completely out. Next, Israel b'milchama, Israel at war. The concern is that Israel will get into the blacklist of the UN. This will be the first time for Israel to get such an honor, together with ISIS and Al-Qaeda. And it reads that in the next month, a report from the UN will be published in which organizations and countries that hurt children in conflict areas will be mentioned. This is because the increasing negative reports of the General Secretary Antonio Guterres against Israel, especially in the shadow of the war. It just increases the concern. They're thinking that this report will put Israel in a very, very bad light, together with ISIS and Al-Qaeda, the terrorist organizations. Moving on to the next article, it's about the situation of the Holocaust survivors since the beginning of the war, and it says it is hura from the word ra, bad or evil, but their situation and condition has gotten worse since the beginning of the war. And it reads, Yom HaZikaron, the Memorial Day of the Holocaust, 2024. Between the trauma of October 7th, it reads, to the Holocaust Day. רוצים לחיות את השנים האחרונות בכבוד. That's a quote. We want to live our last years in dignity. And we read about different stories of Holocaust survivors and numbers that 61% of them have experienced a decrease in their quality of life since the beginning of the war. 46% of them do not have access to a safe room or a shelter. 51% of them are having a hard time paying their bills, just daily bills. And over 35% of them are living alone. It reads that the 7th of October atrocities have raised the trauma in some of these survivors of the Holocaust. But it also says that we must not look at the Holocaust survivors as a group of poverty and those who experience hunger. There are some of them that are extremely hopeful with a large amount of resilience, you can say, and hope. This article is published now because the Holocaust Day is going to happen on May 6th in Israel. It's a very sad and unique day in Israel. Ceremonies will be held May 5th in the evening. And I bet we'll see more articles about the Holocaust in the next few newspapers. For more updates and stories, go to allisrael.com, follow us on our social media, and like this video if you liked it, and please share these videos with your friends and family. This is Rotem Magen for All Israel News.